to win it against Nefarious.
Yeah, EnVy with a slow start to the series versus Nefarious combined with a fantastic showing from Nefarious definitely led to their defeat. But this is not going to be an easy one either. They've played Omelette a few times already, and it tends to be close series. They've split 2 best-of-5s one way, and then EnVy won a 3-1 match against them. So slight edge for EnVy, but no walk in the park, that's for sure.
Definitely not. So we'll take a look here. EnVy in the blue, Omelette in the orange. Freshness pushes this down. Into the corner, runs into Mist. They look for the pinch. Get it over 2. Atomic pushes in the midfield. Mist will turn on this one quickly to try and challenge Lion Blaze. Mist and Atomic doing all the work up front. Turbo just filling in the gap, cutting off easy chip opportunities. Atomic will take to the air. He and Mist kind of run on top of each other a lot for this series, as Atomic will just make him dance and gets the goal.
Make him dance is absolutely right. Here under pressure from Lion Blaze, has to dodge the demo, goes with the fake, and has Mist get in front of him to push Freshness off the goal line and jump early. And Atomic has enough control over the car to understand that all he's got to do is let it travel just a little bit so that shot comes slightly later. And he's able to capitalize off of Mist's aggression. Real nice play.
Mist breaks up the play on the backboard, which would have been a tying goal. And EnVy now looking to advance down. Atomic bumping Freshness in the goal. He missed the first bump and then went for a second one. He was that confident that his team was going to be able to get the ball down the field. Luckily for Omelette, Luke gets in and gets the block. But now an open net again. Atomic's not quite able to sneak it under the crossbar. And we'll stay at 1-0 in favor of EnVy. Mist blocks the tying goal. And here comes a follow from Freshness. Too high. Atomic gets it off to the side and then follows it up to transition onto offense.
Well, that's a real nice job from Luke to just box Atomic out from that ball as he landed off that sidewall. It allows Omelette to get some field position here.
Nice boost steal from Mist. Lion Blaze advances. Atomic with a response, and now Freshness onto the backboard. I'll run into Turbo Pulsa, who finds Mist on the outside. Mist loses control. Lion Blaze keeps it in the midfield. Turbo will dump it to the other side, and Luke with a response now towards the box. See Atomic get up. In the midfield, there's Turbo on the back wall once more. Freshness looked for bumps in goal, but not even really a shooting opportunity here to make use of those bumps were they to come through. Approaching halftime, and still just the 1 goal for EnVy. Came on some creative plays. Turbo over to Atomic. Gets a stop. Here's Mist in. Luke has a response.
Pressure. Ooh.
Yeah, players right on top of each other there. Freshness off the back wall. Mist and Turbo now going to try and work together. Mist just takes the shot from midfield onto an open net. He's like, oh, I see you've left your pants down. Here we go, second goal.
Yeah, how does he even get that ball to kick up when he hits that sidewall? I mean, he's air rolling the opposite way, so I guess he's he has that rotational vector going in his favor, but still, I'm surprised that ball kicked out, and to turn it into an insta smash into the top right corner. Nice job, Mist.
Oh, is this in? Oh no, okay, it's just barely off the goal. That was a wonderful setup from Turbo Pulso, which I was really going to enjoy watching on the replay, but there was no goal, so it doesn't matter. Now Lion Blaze getting some help from his team. Turbo will get the save in net. Freshness will have an uncontested touch, but completely whiffs. And now Turbo onto the back wall, just barely high. Atomic should get a free follow-up as well. There's a demolition. Freshness comes off the wall and gets the stop. Luke will find the transition. We'll see if Omelette can get down and get on the board. But so far, they have been outclassed by EnVy.
Yeah, it's those demos on the goal line. I was starting to say it earlier, but then we had a couple of nice plays happen. Turbo drops one right into the middle. Lion Blaze floats it towards the backboard, and more pressure being applied from Omelette, and this one will not be saved. Turbo can't get a hold of one clear, has to make an awkward second touch, and as Johnny said in the pre-show, most of the goals in RLCS happen off of poor clears, and Freshness shows you exactly how.
And that's Atomic helped it along. The ball was already going to be going in. Just not able to quite get the save. 1:24 on the clock, and Omelette's on the board. Can they tie up the game? Luke tries to go for the dribbles. Lion Blaze now to take over. Gets blocked by Mist, and here comes Atomic over the top of 2. Empty backfield if Mist can get it on the first touch here. That's a 3rd goal, and Turbo will find it, actually. All 3 of them sent down the house, and the defense just didn't ever get set up for Omelette.
Well, the reason the defense never got set up properly is because Omelette sent 2 people in a row to try and demo the back line of EnVy while that ball was still on the blue half or towards the midfield line. They both missed. Combine that with EnVy winning the next challenge, and it is a race all the way back. And Turbo just had to make sure that he hit it with some pace because he had the defender dead to rights.
Here's Atomic now through 2 in the final minute. Up by 2 goals. They're going to try and make it 3. They're going to make it 3. Missed with a great shot from the corner. 4-1 EnVy.
He scores from the left side. He'll go do it from the right side as well. And look at Atomic forcing Freshness to wait on the wall. That slows him down just enough. Doesn't let him get comfortable before that shot comes in. And missed with a command. Getting the pace on that ball towards the middle of the net. Just able to get it past that goal line.
Atomic to the edge. Off the wall. Oh, and my goodness, the defense is just completely Swiss cheese right now for EnVy. Lucky for them, they got just enough of a touch onto it. The rest of Omelette didn't know what to do. I guess Swiss cheese just doesn't go on omelets very well. There's Freshness. Back across 1. 30 seconds remaining. Down by 3. Omelette definitely going to lose game number 1 here, but possibly get a little bit of momentum and morale back on their side with a last-second goal, but right now they're just trying to keep from a 5th one from going in. Luke nearly shooting at his own net. Here comes Lion Blaze. Stretches it down. Freshness up for it. They're going to leave that ball, and Mist will stop it. Luke pops it up high again. Lion Blaze, maybe not enough boost to go for this. He's going to set it up for Freshness, who's got a full tank, but there's past 1. And back to midfield. EnVy going to win this game here. Can they get 1 for the road? Oh, look at a block from Luke. Clock is out. He's out of boost as well, and it will come down and touch in a second. I thought it was going to be right there. There we go. All right, cool. 4-1 EnVy. And what was generally, I don't want to say they outclassed him in all departments. Omelette definitely showed some strength in the midfield, but they got the one goal out of, what is this, 11 shots from Omelette, and definitely not the productivity you would hope to see.
Well, definitely not the productivity you would hope to see, but combine that, I mean, EnVy were having to make some real tough saves. They were not the easiest things in the world, and the only one they let in was one they finally couldn't get a hold of. The big difference maker, I think, was absolutely missed. Just, I mean, EnVy scoring some sick goals, like Atomic's first goal was a beautiful display of car control. Mist scored 2 great shots from both sides of the pitch, again with pressure on that goal line. I mean, at best, EnVy had half chances. The defense was in position for a couple of them, and I mean, it took some phenomenal control and finesse from EnVy to get those balls through the goal line. Other than that, though, I think Omelette was playing pretty solid. Just unfortunately not able to have the same level of success on the offensive side of things as EnVy. But overall, I think both teams playing a very similar approach. Neither team is shy at all to go send someone to just try and smash a goalie and see if they can open up some space. And that's putting a lot of pressure on those 2 players left back to make good touches.
It's nice. It's sort of this almost like send your third man up in the front, the man who is currently just filling in whatever role and saying, hey, instead of being on the back to cover our mistakes, how about you go forward and create our opportunities? It's a nice adjustment in the meta we've seen a little bit this season. These teams start to get a little bit more proactive. Here's EnVy on defense in game number 2 after taking game number 1. Turbo pulls out the ceiling. He's got a flip to work with.
Oh,
and he doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it. Can they get the goal? No, it bounces too high. Atomic created so much space. Turbo had just touched it a little bit. That would have been the first goal.
And to be honest, well, the only reason Turbo didn't is because he thought that clear was finally going to happen. So I think he kind of just gave up on it. Atomic with a nice cut and Freshness, seeing the passing lane from the far side of the pitch. Definitely a much easier play for him to dive across and stay with. And good recognition from Omelette to keep it locked at 0.
You say much easier, but I'd still say that's an extremely difficult save to make. And they're going to have to make a few more here as they get it away. Missed now. Great touch onto the backboard. Luke breaks it up high in the air, and Lion Blaze will extend it to the blue corner. Now Atomic to slow things down. He's got Turbo Pulse in net. So we'll see Mist rotate around the backside. This one bouncing very neutrally, and Freshness over the top of Turbo. Be all up to Mist as he gets pressured by Lion Blaze in his own corner.
Nice job from Mist as well. No need to rush there. You know you need time. Force a challenge, stick it in the corner. Just make sure it doesn't go wrong. As Fairy Peak once said, you don't play challenges to win them. You play them to not lose, and Mist executed there.
Here's Mist in the corner. Looks for the player, doesn't find him, and Freshness actually emerges with the ball. Turbo will take the ball off of his hood and then try to pressure on the other side. Cuts off Mist in the process because the cross and Atomic's there, doesn't make contact on what was a very precise pass. Now Mist trying to slow it down, see if he can get the pass. Luke, here's Turbo. Oh, and he misses the goal.
But Turbo absolutely had the right idea there. He might have missed the shot and missed again with great command from that corner, able to keep that ball close to his teammates and give them chances. Right idea for Turbo to go back behind the diving defenders, just got a little too far around it. And EnVy now with a couple of missed chances on what at least one of them probably should have been a goal.
We're still scoreless here across halftime. It's not from lack of trying. Turbo pulls to the other side. Mist getting hounded. This one just a little bit high, and Atomic knew it. He waited for that second touch, and they'll push it to the corner. Now Mist able to dodge a few demos from Luke. Atomic stretches to Turbo. Looks for the goal, just a bit wide. Lion Blaze will get a nice solid bounce off of his hood. Lots of power on that ball. And it goes high. Here comes Mist to take it slow. Luke will pinch it off of him. Turbo Pulsa traps it back into the orange again. Lion Blaze dismounts the wall aggressively, but doesn't make any contact. Here's Luke now with only 10 boosts to his name. He's going to be out as this ball comes back down. Mist over the top of one. Lion Blaze there to intercept the pass, and Turbo Pulsa will push it back into the orange. Mist slowly, confidently pushing this one back in. The team EnVy able to gain control, but finally we see Omelette break out back onto the other side. They were able to win just one midfield touch, but Atomic passes it over. Freshness makes contact. And we'll stay scoreless. A minute and a half left to go.
That's a big miss from Lion Blaze as well. It doesn't keep pace of play going in the way that it was headed. Means EnVy had extra time to get ready. Easy long clear. And again, if there's any player who you should be watching out for from EnVy right now, it's Mist. That guy has proven to be a big can opener, and he is putting the ball in some dangerous spots.
Atomic adjusts to try and take a shot, but 3 defenders in front of him. Just not enough shooting lanes. There's Freshness off the wall. Mist knew he was getting hounded from behind by Luke. Luke has been on that demo hunt all game. Atomic and Turbo right on top of each other. Mist has to make contact here. He does all the way to the corner now. Atomic looking for goalies. They're not even going to get to cross into the box yet. The counter came through too quickly from Luke. Now Atomic to Turbo. Extension onto the back wall. Atomic comes back down. Luke gets enough of a block, but can they hold it off? Here comes Lion Blaze. Off the back wall. Challenge from Turbo. There's Freshness. Space to work with. Into his corner. Demolished. Here's Lion Blaze. Atomic with a miss. Turbo. Long ways down the field. 10 seconds left. Still scoreless. Neither team able to find the back of the net. Can one of them do it in regulation? There's a shot from Luke. Missed over to the corner. Turbo pulls to the follow down as the clock expires. We'll go to overtime in game number 2 after a 5-goal affair, 4 of which for EnVy. We've seen neither team able to score in regulation in game 2.
Well, Omelette able to just hang on here in game 2. Some awkward scenarios were getting the better of them, but they were able to rally and make the tough save. Luke, as he caught one step too far, made it back just in time. Recognition, and there's the demo, and Freshness forced to make a long clear here. And the subsequent punt from Lion Blaze is well controlled. Luke can get back to it, not enough to get it in between the post.
There's Mist with a miss, and Luke gets the stop, and Turbo, I think it was Turbo, couldn't actually block it enough. He put a foot onto it, and it still slips through, and that's a tie series.
Oh, did Atomic hit the top of Mist's car and stop him from being able to clear that?
He did make contact, but it just wasn't quite enough.
And that's what happens. Sometimes the scramble happens when you get into tight spots on defense and you know nobody's really in position. You get a little divey, and I can't wait to see the replay of that goal because I'm not sure if Atomic hindered Mist or if Mist just didn't quite have the ability to get up to that ball and it threw Atomic for a bit of a loop. That will be an interesting one to take a look at.
Achieves, it's an important part of every recipe for a good omelet is scrambled eggs. So
yes,
gotta get the scramble in there if you wanna make one that's worth your salt. And Luke saw his stops. The defense, big props to the defense here from Omelette.
Okay.
Completely holding off the pressure there. What were your thoughts on that final replay?
Well, it turns out that Mist just didn't quite have enough time to get all 4 wheels on the ground before he jumped. So he presses jump and he only gets that little half jump and doesn't get anywhere. And Atomic's diving off the sidewall. So he's just hoping that he makes square contact. So nobody really at fault for Team EnVy. You're right. It's just scrambled eggs. And that's an Omelette's favorite place.
They love it. They'll take it. They'll take it when they can get it. And we'll go into a game 3 tied up at 1 game apiece. So we'll get to see how these evolve. Moving forward. Onto Utopia Dusk. The Lions Blaze. Stopping the ball in midfield. Now Turbo Pulse advancing with his 2 teammates both lurking in the midfield. Here come Mist. He takes a shot. Lion Blaze gets the block. 2 defenders commit. Should be a little bit of an opening here, but they hold on to ball control.
Ooh.
2 players up again. That shot, again, just a little bit high. Been kind of the name of the game for both sides, though, has been just being a little bit too friendly with the crossbar. That one, those dead center of the net. Mist will score.
Now let's talk about managing your approach on challenges. There's one, and cutting the angle down on that poor approach from the defender from Omelette. I mean, Mist, that's a masterclass on understanding how your opponents are approaching the ball and how to take advantage of it. One guy too high, one guy too shallow on the approach, and it's a goal.
4:24. EnVy finally able to score after a complete drought in game number 2. Atomic. 3-1. Mist. Pushes it to the side. Missed off the backboard. Atomic, you're kidding. How does he get this shot for free? The defenders have so much time to read this. Nobody touched it.
Well, Freshness just landed, and he knows that's off the crossbar, but he knows Lion Blaze is on the backboard. And he's definitely in too awkward of a position to really feel like he can go up and get it, because if he tries to jump, he doesn't have a clear approach because he'd have to kind of go through the crossbar or the ceiling of the goal. Turbo Pulsa wants to make some magic off kickoff, but either way, purely just a product of some awkward positioning, that second goal for Team EnVy, and Atomic able to win the race.
So they get a stop. EnVy now up by 2. Lions Blaze with the attempt. Luke into the corner. Atomic to cover up. Mist. Now Mist on the wrong side of the ball. Gets just enough of a touch. Uses the wall to his advantage. Now back down the field. There's one. Turbo Pulsa gets beaten by Fresh. Atomic looking for Turbo. Places it towards the box. Now Atomic off the wall. And Mist into the corner. Turbo back down. It was a back and forth thing here. All the defense will miss it. Turbo scores. It's been a day of defensive mishaps.
What a disaster. Lion Blaze knows this one's coming out, but he thinks it's going to roll. Does not expect it to kick out. And disappointment from him. He knows it. And that's a tough break for Lion Blaze. I mean, he's normally so sure-handed. I mean, you'd take any player at this level in any of those scenarios, but sometimes perspective gets to you. It's tough to read exactly how that ball is going to hit that corner. And he makes the wrong read that time.
2:57 on the clock, a 3-goal game. EnVy won game number 1 by 3 goals. And then didn't manage to score at all in game number 2. As Atomic will get 1 block. Nice challenge here. Omelette press them with 2 players, and they make them both count.
Yeah, they absolutely stiff Turbo in the midfield, and Atomic, I mean, that's an awkward scenario. I'm not entirely sure why he's committing so hard to that near post. Probably just because he's trying to keep his speed up, because he doesn't want to just drive all the way around and hit power slide and then just be caught flat-footed with a huge banger coming at him. So tries to make the best of it. Unfortunately, the positioning on point, and they're able to get 1 back for Omelette, but still a long road to go. But thankfully, plenty of time. We just passed half-day.
There's Lion Blaze into the corner. Turbo gets demolished in his own net. Mist will come off the wall to get the stop. Turbo will spawn on the fortunate side. Fit nice and neatly into the rotation. So far, Omelette pressing hard. And they're able to get wins in the midfield over and over again here. And they finally make it work. Just they completely are suffocating EnVy into their own box.
Yeah, Mist just looking for a little poke out to the midfield. How about a bullet back to the backboard? I mean, Luke makes a nice read, but that was really just EnVy needing a few extra moments to catch their breath. And Lionblaze did not let them have it. He ripped that towards the wall.
Oh, Turbo goes for the slow play. Just a bit high. Can Mist push it under? No, it's off the crossbar again. The crossbar has been a very important player for both teams in this series. Lionblaze up on the top. Mist on the backboard will get it away. And what was a 3-goal game is now a 1-goal nail-biter. Omelette bringing it back. 1:35 left to go. You mentioned that they had plenty of time to come back into this game. They have used it. They're still going to find one more, though, to equalize things.
Got to make sure they get a handle on those challenges, though. Luke forced into a tough spot, and now Lionblaze is sort of challenging from a weird spot. EnVy definitely with the advantage here, but unfortunately just nobody in position, too low on boost. They're going to let Omelette off the hook.
Them out here in EnVy's corner. 1 minute remaining. EnVy got themselves a 3-goal buffer. So far, they've needed all 3 layers of it. Still holding on for the lead. 49 seconds in their corner. Their time on offense has shrunk incrementally as time's gone by here in game number 3.
Oh, man.
Turbo through 1. Luke counters back to the corner. Missed there. He still got height advantage here. Loses it. Now Atomic back down over the top of 1. Freshness alone in net. Luke's rotating in behind him. And here comes Turbo Pulsar from the corner. Now Mist looking at the play from afar. A bump on Lionblaze from Luke leaves Freshness alone in the back. Luke rotates in behind him. Lionblaze demolished in front of his goal. Luke gets just enough of a flick to dodge that demolition. 9 seconds left, though. Omelette's got to find a way to score right now. They're struggling to get the ball out of their half. EnVy finally got their rotations working again. There's a little bit of one. This one lofted. Lionblaze now to come up underneath it. He doesn't get much power onto it. This will go over to the side wall. Freshness out past the Lionblaze. He's out of boost, though. He's only got to play it off the wall. That'll go into the ground. They tried to make it happen there, but EnVy's 3 goals will be enough. They'll take the winning game number 3.
Very, very low margin of error there for Omelette to be successful at 0 seconds. You thought maybe they might have had a chance. They got that ball to the corner uncontested, just didn't have the boost and the positioning to try and make that final push. And EnVy will turn in a very nice game 3. I think Omelette overall, they did all right. I mean, it's not like they made huge mistakes outside of the one big misread out of the corner that let Turbo have that game decider right here. And sometimes that's how it goes.
I don't know if I'm willing to say that was a very nice game from EnVy. I'm willing to say it's a game that it legally counts as a win. Good job. Both teams, like, the shooting has just been disappointing. I'm just going to come out and say it. It was like 12 shots to 3 goals, I think, for EnVy in that game. 8 shots to 2 goals, like, from Omelette. It's just, and then not a lot of saves either. It's not like this has been a crazy defensive masterclass. The stats don't tell all the story, but just so much woodwork. There was a moment there at the very end where you were like, oh, he's putting Luke in a tough situation. It's like, yeah, but he shot it onto the post. So it's like, the post is going to defend it. Luke doesn't have to do all that much. You know, I want to see a little bit better shooting from both sides here.
It's tough, though. Good shooting stems from making sure you're in position, and a lot of the shots we're seeing are people having to dive at a ball and really try and reach for it.
Well, we go into game 4. EnVy now on match point. 1 win away from qualifying for the next week. Misses the ball. Here's Lionblaze trying to get it. Turbo Pulse, a nice read. He's out of boost now. Can the rest of his team make this work? Atomic up. He's got Mist underneath him. Passes to him. Takes the shot. Lionblaze, excellent block at the point of contact. He'll get out of the way for Freshness. Freshness tries to take over this one. Didn't really ever get underneath the ball, though. Manages to get a shot on target, but Atomic will get the save. And now try to dribble this one back out. Turbo over to the side. Luke followed in the corner. Mist has to half flip out of there, leave space. Atomic comes in over the top of him, now out of boost. Turbo pulls a pass to 1. He's going to follow this all by himself. Lionblaze kind of sets this one up for Mist. Can he get back to the ball in time? Mist bounces it straight down. Atomic's just not quite there. Would have been very lucky had he been able to take a shot off of that bounce. And here's a pass from Freshness. Lionblaze turns back around. He thought he was going to have to fall back on the defense, but no, a pass kind of materializes out of nowhere. And then finally, we'll see a bit of a clear here for EnVy. Look at the ball at least back to midfield for a moment. Luke up against Atomic. Luke out of boost. Atomic just has to backflip to get the save.
Yeah, Luke just missed a big flick there towards the top of the goal. You're right, didn't quite have enough boost to stay close enough to the play. And missed again, stretching. And both teams really trying to go for some nice pass plays and well defended. Lion Blaze, it's, I think, the right idea. It will pay off to go it off the backboard one more time and let Freshness have a look at it. Turbo, not a bad touch. Lion Blaze, a good setup, and Turbo tries to stay with it. Takes away that top left corner. That's the right move, but Mist just doesn't have enough time to react to the bouncer right into the front of the goal.
Difficult play, especially with Atomic coming at it from behind. It just throws off all of the normal thought processes of defenders there. Nobody was on the backboard, but with Atomic's position, I don't know if it would have mattered. Oh my goodness, what a save out of the corner. Excellent placement from Lion Blaze, and Atomic gets himself a savior medal. Well deserved on that touch.
Well deserved is right. And Mist with a counterattack, bar down, Turbo for free. And wow, what a counterattack from EnVy.
Absolutely blistering shot. Oh my goodness, and then Turbo there to finish it off. You kind of don't blame Luke from just bouncing up and down in his goal. Like, I don't know where it's gonna be. Maybe it's over here. I'll block it over here. Oh, it wasn't there. Dang it, tie game.
And you know, Mist and Turbo, they get the assist in the goal, but Atomic with the backflip challenge to get that ball to skip straight sideways to his teammates is the real unsung hero of that play.
Mist comes back down. Atomic now to the edge. Lion Blaze. There you go. Well, they got to bounce off of an offensive player. Freshness now has to play defense. Small little pass. Atomic looked for the bump on Freshness. Didn't find it. Freshness gets it back to midfield. Now Atomic. There's one touch. Now two. Over the top of him. Lion Blaze. Over to Freshness and onto the backboard. Atomic with a nice touch.
Oh no.
Omelette just getting the backboard for free. EnVy does not have much backboard presence this entire series.
Yeah, they're kind of just throwing the testers at him, right? I think that Omelette doesn't expect any of these touches to actually make it off that backboard. Like, even the one that Turbo just missed. I mean, nobody from Omelette's committing on that. It's Turbo Pulsa. He's won 4 world championships. What's the chances he misses that read? Exactly.
Yeah.
None.
It's a dangerous mentality to have. It's definitely a losing mentality to have, to be like, we can't beat Turbo. There's just, what's the point?
Oh, man.
There comes Mist. Now time to try and get it away. 1:12 on the clock in what could be the winning game. EnVy just need one more goal. Here it could be. Mist puts it on target. Turbo pulls it, just barely redirects it around Luke. And I don't know, maybe giving credit to the 4-time world champ is worth it.
It's a hard pass across. I think Mist was not expecting it to be that hard either. I'm surprised he's even waiting that far forward, considering that Atomic was pretty close to Turbo, expecting maybe that challenge to land softly towards the side of the box or maybe fall into the middle somewhere. Mist was playing incredibly aggressive there, and it paid off.
What a way for Turbo to cover him up. Luke trying to get the stop, and Turbo's like, no, I'm going to get up kind of just over the top of you and get that goal. 48 seconds left. EnVy just have to hold on, and they'll be done for the day and qualify for next week. Ball over to Mist. Takes to the air. Back to Atomic. Now back to Mist. Stretches for this. Picks up the midfield boost. Shot's just a bit high. Follows it up. And a block comes through from Freshness. Here comes Luke back down the field. Looking for a tying goal. Gets it underneath one. Atomic to the corner. And Lion Blaze is there. He's got Freshness in the midfield. Luke's already in the goal as well. What a pass. They tie the game.
Lion Blaze, what is this? He's got 13 boost. Oh, talk about a laser of a pass. That's on the money. No room for error and straight into his teammate for an equalizer. Ooh, that was spicy.
You know it's a good pass when your teammate would have to work harder to not score than he does to score. Like, he's just... it was to just sit there, Luke. It'll just bounce off you and go in. 17 seconds left in Game 4, and we are tied up. Omelette looked to try and finish it off in regulation. Now with 10 seconds left, can they do it, or are we going to another overtime? They won the previous overtime. As Atomic and Mist both commit on that one. Luke He's got a lot of height here and some boost to work with onto the backboard. Freshness committed. Here comes Lion Blaze. Might as well send the house. Clock's expired. Atomic puts it into the ground. We'll go to overtime. One more time.
Big play from Omelette to equalize, but a terrible kickoff. What do you got, Turbo?
Oh, you got the flip, and here comes Atomic to win the series. There you go. All right, cool. 7 seconds in, and EnVy finish him off. GG's in the chat. We'll have to go another round.
That's the most Turbo setup I could ever imagine. It's free for me off the kickoff. I'm going to make it look like I'm going for the fake flip reset. Nah, I'm just going to drop it onto the ground, and you guys are going to be panicking, thinking I'm going to hit a banger into the top of the goal, and I'm just going to let Atomic score the game winner. That's the most Turbo Pulsa setup you can have.
that is the only a person who has won 4 world champs and is still here because he didn't have anything better to do on a Sunday. Like, this guy, like, because think of any other player on the pitch, like, oh, I can hit a flip reset to win it and send us to the next week. You're going for that every time. And Turbo's like, now, what's the way that gets me to eating dinner faster? Higher percentage play, definitely let him take the shot. I'm just going to kind of go for the fake here. That'll work out well. Yeah, that is the most Turbo Pulsa thing I've ever seen.
It helped along by the fact it's right off the kickoff. Defenders definitely not feeling particularly safe. But still, Atomic understanding that there's definitely a chance they don't get a clean read or Turbo hits it off the backboard and I'll have a chance at it. So great kickoff for EnVy and a good way to cap it off. Overall, though, not an easy win, just like you thought. Could have easily went 5, but EnVy indeed show why they had the slight edge at the start.
They certainly did, and hey, big shout outs to Atomic. They're 5 saves there in Game 4 to get them into overtime and get them the win. That will be EnVy qualifying for next week, and now we got to move on to the next round, the rounds of the 2-2 teams. How's it going to go down? We'll find out after the break.